Hey everybody, glad you could join us for another exciting season. That's right, of The Brad Show, Season 3, and we're ready to get things rolling. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of new stuff in store for you guys. Oh yeah, don't worry. But we should keep things rolling and show you our brand new opening. So, Brad Show, it's time, let's go.
The Brad Show.
The Brad Show.
The Brad Show.
The Brad Show's next. You heard him. I tell you, I love that new opening. In fact, I'll love it every episode for Season 3, because it's just great. It is. It really is. So we should probably keep things rolling. Al's advice is first today, and man, he's talking about whatever he talks about, because right now it's just a bunch of craziness, and we love it. So Al, you got the floor. There you go. Al's advice is next.
La 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 la. That note was off pitch and horribly creepy. But that's irrelevant. You know why? Because we're in another episode of The Brad Show and another episode of Al's Advice. So, my advice for this week is rather personal and painful right now. So, here's a bit of personal advice. If you guys are ever cook at home and using cutting boards on a knife and you're cutting meat, here's a tip. Don't use your finger as the meat because it gets messy. Okay? Don't use your finger as the meat because that's not the kind of meat you want to be eating, and that's really painful to chop off part of your finger. Luckily I didn't quite chop off part of my finger, but I still cut myself around 10 o'clock this morning, and it is now 7:30. It is still not 100% stopped bleeding, so I just actually bumped it a minute ago and it just started up again. So yeah, about a 1/4 inch gash. Anyway, so yeah, that's my advice. Even if you've been like me, you've been cooking at home for several years, know how to work with knives. I love knives. Still, be careful because accidents happen and you can still end up seriously hurting yourself. So there is my startlingly serious advice for this week. So, I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye-bye.
Great advice as always, Al, or whatever advice you want to make of it, people. Come on now, the guy's crazy. But we like it. We like it a lot. So we move on. Now we move on to Sports with Steve. That's right, it's Sports with Steve. Now he switched over to sports and Matt left, so now we're giving the floor to him about sports. And we know he's going to do a great job. So, Steve, give us our sports needs. The little Cubby baseball is back, finally. I just couldn't pull it out today. But there's tomorrow, and the next day, and 160 games after that. So, Steve, sports.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Steven, and I'm here with, well, something different this week. Well, different pretty much, who knows, maybe forever. I don't know. If Brad hasn't told you already, Matt has left the active scene with the Brad Show. So, it left a spot open for sports talk. And, well, I secretly always had a passion. I wanted to do something sports related on YouTube. So enough with the jibber jabbering. I'm going to get started here. And I'm going to start with baseball. Because baseball is like the best sport in the world. I mean, might as well start close to home with the NL Central. You got the Brewers. Right here. Sorry, camera's angle's reversed. Right there, Milwaukee Brewers. I think they got a good chance to contend this year. They got Zach Greinke and Sean Markham. That's going to be great additions to the team. Greinke once he gets off the disabled list. They got Prince Fielder last year of the season. Last year of his contract, I should say. Yeah. And he's probably going to be playing well this year because he's going into free agency. It's going to be a contract year. So he's going to probably try and play well and try and get his stock up. Because let's face it, with the way Albert Pujols' contract talks are going, not existing at all, Fielder is going to be the number 2 guy on the free agent market. So, he's upset about that. So he's going to try and get his stock as best as he can to be as close to Pujols as he can, but he's never going to be able to catch him. Chicago Cubs. Cubs got some pretty good additions, I think. Personally, I like Matt Garza a lot. He was a great player, Matt Garza, for the Rays, but he just looks weird in a Cubs uniform. And all these Cubs fans are praising, oh, we have Matt Garza. Matt Garza's a 2 or a 3. He's gonna be good. He'll help the team's efforts. But Matt Garza's just not that good of a pitcher to propel the Cubs into playoff contention. Yes, they will be there. But into postseason and beyond, I just don't see it with just Matt Garza. And finally, for the NL Central, I'm going to talk about the Reds. And I think the Reds are probably the favorites, although I still see the division as a 3-way tie at the moment. I can't pick who's going to win it. Used to be the Cardinals before Adam Wainwright, but now that Adam Wainwright is out, it's going to be. But I think the Reds have the best shot of anyone. They pretty much have the same team from last year, and they got Aroldis Chapman back end of the bullpen. That's going to be great. And it's definitely going to be an interesting year in the NL Central. So, next week, I'm going to talk about the NL East and probably NHL. Back to you, Brad.
Thanks, Steve, and we look forward to Sports with Steve every week on The Brad Show. Next, we move on to Random Moments with Amber, and Amber's always got some kind of random moments going on in her life. So we're going to show you right now, right this second. Amber, you're up next.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Brad Show, Season 3. Well, I have quite a bit in store for you. This Friday I was really busy. I was playing at Subway Jam Day. It's something I manage and play in. We basically play acoustic music and it's a lot of fun. But I came home to something rather unexpected. I guess that's just how my family goes. We are not very normal, but it's actually off of, well, you'll recognize where the video's from. So, we're gonna go from my Subway Jam Day to what I came home to. I swear I'm not related to them. Enjoy the video.
Don't tell me any bad, I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I know it. I fell way through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the kids are not be giving it my best guess. Nothing's gonna stop me from divine intervention. I reckon to get my turn to some point on some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
back your turn.
I want Mom to do it first.
Just do it.
To do what? On the head?
Yeah.
Clean up my breath.
Okay.
Ha ha.
I don't have bread.
It's just like rock, scissors, get down.
Coda,
Hey?
sit.
Come on, get
You
sit.
got fluffy hair.
You can do this now.
No.
Coda,
Come on,
hush.
bend over and do it. Hey?
Thanks, Amber. Great random moment as always. Before we go, I'm going to show you something, though. You know that Al's advice? Well, it's taken over my life. I should probably show you guys what I'm talking about. This is a serious day in my life that just went weird. Just completely weird. I got it on tape, luckily, and you guys are about to see it. Lately, I've been experiencing some weird stuff going on with my voice. And it's the little things that set it off, like when I'm staring at a coffee pot. I don't even mean to say the things I say.
Coffee!
Then when I'm looking in the mirror, I never talk about myself. You know, I'm a very modest person, but lately it's been the total opposite.
Look at me. I'm the sexiest man alive. Woo-ha!
Finally, when I get hungry, I usually go right for my Thin Mints. I never really liked Oreos before, but suddenly I'll just look into the cabinet and that's when it happens.
Has anybody seen my Oreos? Oh, the cream filling goodness. I need my Oreos.
So as you can see, weird stuff happens every day when you're part of the Brad Show. It's just, you know, it's just a phase, but I'm sure it'll pass. But we have to say goodbye until next week. The Brad Show is over for this week. Hope you enjoyed the opening for Season 3, and we're going to keep rolling things out. So before we go, though, we have a shout-out to give to Brittany Peel. It's been a while since we did a shout-out on this show, but she wanted it. There you go, Brittany. But we say goodbye until next week. This is The Brad Show. See you guys next week.
What is going on? What are you guys doing? What? No, don't do that. You know what? That's it. Done with you guys. This is the Brad Show. I'll see you next week.